Hi and welcome to Easy Camp. Here I'm going to give you some hints and some tips on how to pitch and pack away the Daytona tent from our Motor Tour collection. What we'll do is we'll take it out the bag and show you how to set the tent up and also show you the various ways that it can be attached to the vehicle. Once we've laid the tent out into position, it's time to attach it to the vehicle. What we want to do here is just show you the various different ways that you can attach the tent to the vehicle. So you can see here that what we supply with the tent is a few bits and pieces here that allow us to attach it to the vehicles in different ways. So we have the steel pole here, which is short corded from one side through to the other, just make it easy to put together. We then also have the clamps here, which can be used in conjunction with the steel pole. And then we also have the two guy lines as well. So if we start with the steel pole here, we'll just show you what you can do with this. Like I say, nice and easy to put together because it is pre-attached from one side to the other. So at the back here, you will find that there is a pole sleeve for this built in. So we just put the pole through here. Once this is in place, we can take the clamps that we supply, as I say, and if we then attach this to the pole, we could then attach this clamp here to any vehicle that has a J-rail already fitted. Another way of using the pole here would be to use the sucker clamps that you can buy separately, which would attach to the vehicle and then attach to the pole itself. What we can then do is take these clamps and pop them onto the bars like so. Just to point out, these clamps are sold separately. Now all we need to do is just lift and then use the clamps to attach it to the vehicle. Another way of attaching it to the vehicle is to use the piping, which is pre-attached onto the back of the tent here. You can see it's just fitted on here. And this would be used with any vehicle that has the figure of 8 rail attached to it. Another way, which is the way that we're going to use, is by using these Velcro straps on here. You'll just see that the vehicle we have here only has these roof bars, so ideal for this setup where we use the Velcro straps to attach on, and then we'll attach the guy lines on and take them across the back. So just here is where you'll find the tab that you can attach the guy lines that we've already pointed out to take across the back of the vehicle and peg into place. So next what we're going to do is just take the poles from the pole bag and lay them out ready for assembly. Putting the poles together is really simple. Because what you'll find is from one side all the way through to the other, we have short corded them. So we'll just pop these together and show you what to do next. Once the poles are put together, we just need to put them through the pole sleeves on the fly sheet. What you will find is that one pole sleeve sits under the other one at the crossover point. It's always a good tip just to start with the lower of the two pole sleeves. Also a good tip here is just to make sure that the doors open a little bit so that when we do lift the poles into place, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to raise the tent up. Once the poles are put through the pole sleeves, we're just going to ring and pin these into place to fix them. A good idea here is just to start with the ring and pin that is fixed in place and not adjustable, and then finish on the adjustable sides at the front here. Another good tip is just to start with the pole that's on top, so again when you're lifting it up it's going to be a little bit easier for you. Once that's done, we're just going to take the clips attached to the fly sheet and attach them onto the pole, and then we'll repeat the process with the second pole. Once that's done, we just want to walk the tent forward away from the vehicle, ready to peg into place. So next we're going to peg the tent out, but a good tip here is to make sure that the doors are all closed down before you do this. Next, all we're going to do is just take out the guy lines and peg them into position. When it comes to packing away the tent, a good idea is just to make sure that it's as dry as it can be when you put it back in the bag. If it is wet, just make sure that you try to dry it as quickly as possible once you're home. Another good tip here is to make sure that you leave the front door open on the tent. That way when you roll it up, all the air will come out from the inside. So now what we'll do is just show you how to fold this up. So that was all of our hints and tips for pitching and packing away the Daytona from our Motor Tour collection. Thanks very much for watching.